What's going on, guys? It's like a hero, and today I'm going to show you two things. The first one, a really good spot to farm Watermark, gear score, level up your items once you are at level 60. And the second one is going to be explaining the Watermark system, and I have included some developer talk in the video, so make sure you stick around for the entire video. But again, as always, if you like the video, make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to share the video. Catch my streams over on Twitch TV/LikeAHero as well. I'm going to start with the location because that might be what more people here are after. If you want to stick around for the explanation of Watermark itself, make sure to do that. There might be some things that you don't quite understand yet, so it will be helpful. This is going to be a completely soloable experience here. You can do this in groups if you would like. I recommend doing it as a solo player, and that will be more in discussion towards the end of the video when we're talking about that developer talk, what they mention about, what they discuss about Watermark itself. This is a Georgian. He is located in the southeast of the Blighted Shrine up in Eden Grove. I kind of marked the shrine there in the middle of the screen, and then kind of a blue trail of how you can get to this location. And once you get there, it's pretty straightforward. You're going to climb up the stairs. You're going to fight 2 level 60s, and then the boss is just up there. What I recommend you do is you kind of fall down the edge and walk around towards the back of this landmark, this monument that's there. And that's to avoid the spawns. So you can see here on screen, I'm going to come around to the back. The other cool thing here is that you have these chests on an hour respawn as well. They're not elite chests, they're normal chests, but you can kind of use this to keep track of how long you've been farming. But also, you know, on cooldown, you'll be able to loot some more ancient chests, 2 of them. Best thing about this, aside from the chest, right, that you're going to be able to get, is that this boss spawns in sub 45 seconds. Sometimes it's kind of weird. I kill him, I'm looking at my loot, and he spawns in right away, like maybe 20, 30 seconds. Other times like 40 seconds. But it is a quick spawn. You're just going to sit here on this side. I do recommend standing on this side. There will be spawns that happen on the down the stairs. What I would do sometimes is in between, I kill the boss, I loot, and I go kill the 2 ads that spawn down the stairs. I have gone upgrades from them as well. So you could see here a Georgian, he spawned with the Hardy affinity this time, just more health or whatever, but it's very soloable. You can dodge here. I mean, I'm at a point where I'm just kind of just using heavies pretty readily. So that's going to be the farm there. You kill him, you check your loot, and you're going to be able to get gear score drops or Watermark drops. Since it is a level 62, much higher, right? It's going to take some time. If you're just getting to 60, you're going to have to farm him quite a bit until you get to all your Watermark, your high Watermark to around 530, but this boss will drop higher than 530 as well. I do recommend farming this solo because of what the developers have said with regards to high Watermark drops when you are in groups. We'll go over that towards the end of the video, or you could skip kind of ahead if you want to listen to that now. The other thing I recommend is that when you have and you can see how quickly the boss spawns here, just this has not been edited or whatever, the boss spawns again. What I do recommend that you do for this is you incorporate some kind of spreadsheet if you really are going to be serious about it, because the game doesn't really keep track of your Watermark levels for each item. So like your chest, your helmet, all that gear, and then your weapons and your jewelry. There is no like way to really know exactly what your Watermark is at. So what I recommend you do is you open up an Excel sheet or a notepad, and you kind of just mark it here. I'm going to kind of show you mine on screen right now. And as I'm getting my drops, as I'm seeing what level they are, I am marking this down on my Excel just to kind of know exactly where I'm at. Fresh 60 here, you can see I have 529 drops, 510. It is a bit of RNG. I got a 520 hammer here. The other thing that I would like for you to do is to sort your inventory with the star button by gear score. That way you're able to see that gear score level as you are getting the loot. You don't have to actually mouse over it to see what the gear score is. And that's going to do it for our boss farm location, how to get you that level 62 for the farming. Now let's talk about high Watermark. From the developers, they have said that increasing your Watermark level can be done through event reward containers, like from Outpost wars, invasions, even if you're doing corruption portals. Okay, that's one way to increase your high watermark. The other way is by defeating or looting chests from level 60 plus landmarks and elites. So there is some kind of soft cap that occurs, meaning a level 61 enemy elite is going to give you gear score drops possibly up to 130. After that, 530. After that, you're going to have to farm a higher level. So for example, level 62 enemy is going to give you gear score drops from 530 and beyond. Now the way it works is each individual item is tied to a watermark. So you're going to have to get your helmet, each weapon, and all your gear slots at higher watermark. Eventually, it's kind of a slow process, but it is a grind. That's why farming these locations is very helpful. The other thing to note is that crafting items or buying them from the trading post does not actually level up your watermark. These are items that must be looted and acquired in the world. So crafting something is not going to level up your watermark. It is, however, going to make doing the harder content easier. So you can do that as well. You can get your faction gear and then have an easier time with the end game content. However, simply acquiring those items through trading or through the crafting system doesn't actually increase your watermark level. Now, as you've been farming, maybe you might notice that you go a couple drops without actually acquiring anything, no drops. There is a built-in system to kind of prevent this. The developers have said that the longer you go without a increase in your high watermark, then you are slightly more likely to see an increase in the next time. The next time that you actually get a drop, it could be much higher. Now, some enemies, such as those found in elite landmarks and expeditions, have a higher base chance of dropping these items. That's why farming the boss that is previously mentioned in this video is important. And not only that, but it's level 62, so you're gonna get higher drops. Level 60 named enemies are even more likely to drop these items, and expeditions will always drop an item that increases your hard watermark. The problem with doing that, though, is the cost of tuning orbs, the time required to make them, and the time required to get to a boss, get a group together, right? Even do that first, and then complete the dungeon, which is why these farming things and this open world stuff is more feasible, I guess, for the solo player, and I definitely recommend this way instead. The other thing about farming solo is actually a good thing, according to developers, that if there are a lot of groups all attacking the same enemy, so when lots of disparate groups are all attacking the same enemy, there is a smaller chance that those groups will see drops. So really, the best way to farm is solo if possible, and this level 62 is easily going to get you above 530 gear score, probably up to 550 gear score. And that is because of this built-in, I guess, preventative measure to avoid like zerging a landmark or zerging a boss, with like 20-30 people. So good luck out there, solo players. This is the best way. I definitely recommend it. Any questions like that, please sure to leave them in the comments in the section below. Make sure to join our Discord, join our community. All this is in the description. Make sure to like the video if you like it. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And of course, always catch my nightly streams over on Twitch TV/LikeAHero. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys later.